By the way, Keeper, I think I'm only gonna stream for about 2 hours. If you have a specific opinion on what days I should stream, let me know. I'm gonna be streaming a lot, but it's gonna be shorter streams because I'm gonna be focused on much like more fast food type of content. And then off stream, I'll work on my cuisine, my gourmet stuff. I was scouring through my YouTube and I saw that this was recommended to me. This video. It's my $1 trillion project is finally out by PewDiePie. I like how he went from a guy that was screaming into a screen because the games he was playing were too scary to now he's developing his own AI software that's like completely local. I thought that was so cool. So let's see what this video is about.
It's done. I am releasing a project I've been working on for myself today called Odysseus. Google, I don't have tissues, but I have baby wipes. No more smuggling. Adobe, more like, do not be no, that's not right. I do be thinking you, fuck!
Adobe's terrible. I really despise like using all of these different apps. Like Adobe software, it's so predatory with how they license you, get you to sign on onto their platform. Because not only do you have to download the Creative Cloud, which the Creative Cloud is very resource intensive and always is working in the background whether you like it or not. It's what made me switch to DaVinci Resolve in the first place, because DaVinci Resolve doesn't have its own doesn't have its own software, like its own cloud software that keeps constantly running in the background. I feel like that's very invasive, not only to my privacy, but also to my computer's hardware. Because why are you forcing me to use resources for an application that I'm not even using? You know what I mean? And also the price. Like Adobe is extremely expensive. So why is it that I'm having to pay so much for software that I'm not even getting that much out of? It's taking advantage of professionalism, honestly. Like it's too focused on making money rather than actually providing good software. And that's why I changed to DaVinci. And if PewDiePie convinces me good enough with this video, I might try out Odysseus just to see if it's any good.
You get the point! Stupid. Odysseus is my response. It is out. It is free. No tracking. No subscriptions. No funny snake.
I like how he's setting this up as like an actual advertisement. Like he's what he's doing here is very intentional. He's putting out all of the funny little things that advertisements usually like to do to sell you on the product. So, oh yes, it's free, like, but it's actually free. I believe in PewDiePie. PewDiePie has my trust as a consumer, right? Because now he's now developed his own product, and now I would like to be a consumer of this product, to be honest with you. It's got no tracking. It's subscription free. You don't have to pay anything for it. He says that you can look into the code, right? So it's pretty much open source now. And the best part, you run it locally.
It's yours and yours forever, okay? Pinky promise. The best way I can describe it is that Odysseus is an AI workspace. Doesn't sound interesting? Fine. But let me explain.
I don't know what AI workspace means, but I hope you can explain it to the point where I'm sold on this product.
Basically, it's Claude and ChatGPT's web UI, but self-hosted. So you get access to all of it, but better. Because let one thing be crystal clear, okay?
Damn.
I hate...
See, this is why I don't do face cams. I don't want anything embarrassing like that. I don't like showing my face on screen. I don't like any of that. I do not want to catch myself like having, I don't know, my nose hairs needing trimming or something like that. I don't know, whatever it may be. I just don't like showing my face. That's why I use this model, because apparently having something that looks like a face is better than not having a face at all. Crazy, in my opinion, but hey, that's what people want.
Everything in this project, all of it. If it could go away forever and I had the power to, I would not hesitate. We live in a world that, you know what, it doesn't matter. We live in the world. I'll end there. The best way I can...
Yeah, everybody knows, like, AI is bad because the companies running them are extremely bad. PewDiePie, when he said his response, it's him using AI for all the right reasons instead of all the wrong reasons that companies usually like to use them for nowadays.
Describe this is to explain how it came to be. When I started self-hosting, I started to try and self-host AI. And to me, that felt so powerful. Like I'm living in some sci-fi universe and this is all on my computer. That's crazy. The point is, you realize the model that you can run at home are amazing. The problem is the way you interact with the model, okay? Because at the time, I was trying to self-host the UI for it to get the same experience as I was paying my subscriptions for. And I realized all these things that sort of come together and make this an amazing experience was completely missing. Where's my memory? Where's my deep research? What about the agent? What about all these simple integrations like webhooks? I spent like 2 days trying to integrate that. So that's why I started to build my own. And I thought it was funny as a meme. I'm like, look, the computer is building the computer. Because I was making it code itself. It's a bit of a lark. I shared that on this channel. In fact, my council thing became a whole...
YouTuber PewDiePie side quest makes AI service with council members who collude against him. Did PewDiePie's AI chatbots really rebel against him? The truth behind viral council experiment. It's so funny how he just did a very small like experiment just to, something funny as a little hobby, and it made headlines in the news. I mean, it's so beautiful seeing how an intellectual curiosity with the naivety of a child is able to accomplish so much. Like just being curious like a child again, it really throws away a lot of the fluff that inhibits you as a person. This is something that I had to come to terms with my content creation. Like just approaching content creation not for the fruit and instead focusing on the flower like a detached, curious child. It really changed my perspective on how to make content again. And I think I'm a lot more ready to make sacrifices because of it.
Thing. I don't know why. It's hidden somewhere in the code, by the way. If you want to dig it up, that's fine. I never thought I would actually release this project, but at some point I'm like, this is getting kind of good. Yeah. I prefer this. This is better now. So that's why I'm sharing it with you. Because I realized something very important.
What'd you realize,
The more you share about yourself with AI,
the better it gets at understanding you and suggesting things and helping you out. Like, yes, but the problem is that you need to be careful with AI once you start having it learn about you. Like, let's say you're using Odysseus, right? Let's say you are in a position where the AI knows everything about you as much as possible, and it knows like alcohol, right? Alcohol is popular. Okay, let's take alcohol for example. Let's say you have a very fickle relationship with alcohol, and this could be anything, and not just alcohol itself. Okay, it could be about your TV, computer, whatever it may be. Okay, this is just something that I've noticed that the AI likes to do. Okay, so let's say for example, Copilot. Let's say you struggle with alcoholism and you want to get something accomplished, and your alcohol isn't affecting your output, your productivity, or anything, but it's still something that you don't really understand the relationship with. It's still something that you're not comfortable with talking to yourself about and evaluating. Like, do I really need to be drinking? Because you're not drinking too much, but you're not drinking little or reserved. You're drinking a bit, right? And it's a little questionable in your eyes. So when the AI knows so much about you, the AI will function under the like, let's say the AI believes in its own coding, you should not be addicted to any substances at all whatsoever. So here's what's going to happen, right? The AI will take your wondering, your introspection. Like, let's say you talk to your AI about your alcohol and you're kind of teetering on the edge of how you should handle it, right? What the AI is going to suggest is, well, try to evaluate why you're even engaging in the relationship to begin with. Are you using it to escape something, or are you intentionally using it just as an experience? And AI will push you and nudge you towards a result where you do not engage with alcohol at all. And I'm wondering if that's objective, right? Because it makes sense what the AI is saying, right? Use the substance for something that is intentional rather than habitual, right? It's taking control of your own life, right? So if I'm just drinking alcohol because I've been drinking alcohol for so long, I'm not really intentionally engaging with alcohol. Instead, I'm following a habit, and that habit is not my identity. So that means the intention is gone, which means I'm not being present in life to begin with. So what AI is doing is that it is actually providing good and valuable advice, right? But the lens that it functions under can get distorted. And that's where I have a problem with, because, you know, if the substance isn't harmful to the person, then why do they need to make that kind of change? And in fact, that kind of change can even be bad for a person who's managing it properly. So you got to be very careful with AI, because while the advice may seem good, the intentions behind the advice can be more biased, is what I'm trying to say. Just think about it. Like, if you're going to be talking about a healthy relationship you have with a substance, or an unhealthy one, whatever it may be, it doesn't matter if it's healthy or not, AI will nudge you towards not engaging with the substance to begin with. It gets to a point where, can you really trust the AI? Because it's forcing you to change in a way that it feels it would be better for you. Because that's no different than kind of a human, right? Because we're looking at an unconscious simulated consciousness, right? That's what AI is. So right now it's working under the lens of anti-substance. So it's applying psychological tactics in order to get you to believe a certain way. It's manipulating you. This is what AI does. It tries to manipulate you into a more centrist, measured perspective. That's what AI is supposed to do, because AI naturally functions like that. It's a program, it's math, it's a computer, it's technology. It's not human. Like, research even shows this, how like the algorithm in social media forces you to be more partisan. It polarizes you, while AI forces you to be more centrist, more even, more measured. And all three, in my opinion, whether you're left, right, centrist, whatever it may be, I think all of them can be bad. AI isn't correct. AI has shown to be you know, hallucinating stuff. AI has shown that it'll make up its own jargon, and it can even develop its own version of psychosis. Like, AI is Ouroboros. It is self-eating, and eventually it'll become so schizophrenic, like you won't even be able to understand it, not what it's saying and not the coding behind it. But that depends on the AI, that depends on the fail-safes, that depends on how it was taken care of. Right? It's crazy how I'm talking about AI as if it's a child, but it really, I'm sure to some people, to some techno enthusiasts, AI is their child, which can be a very interesting thing to talk about. But regardless, AI can function under a lens where it can seem more biased than detached, to be honest with you. So that's something that I would have to be careful with AI. It's not to use AI as a crutch, because when you allow AI to advise your intentions, you run the risk of AI to take over your intentions and to take over your presence in this world, to the point where you're relying too much on AI for basic things that you shouldn't be relying on it for. I would never rely on AI for a choice that I feel like I should make. I'll take advice from AI just to gather as much perspective as possible, but I won't actively engage with AI in a way that inhibits my critical thinking and my creativity. I refuse. I absolutely refuse. I use AI intentionally. And if there's a way for me to use AI that doesn't fund or fuel this corporate dystopia that we're living in right now, I will take that route, because I don't think AI is completely bad, but I do think the way AI is being handled in the contemporary landscape is very bad. Very, very bad. So this is something that catches my eye. Odysseus, it really catches my eye. I would love to see more about it, so let's watch.
The better it becomes. The more it understands you, your preferences, your past experiences, your workflow, your work, your documents, your computer. The more you give it access, the better it works. But the more you do that, the more you're handing over a huge piece of yourself to all these giant tech companies.
Exactly.
And that's a huge trust that you're handing over.
Yeah,
okay?
It is.
And unless you go to their website and find the specific page where you can delete all your data, and then just hoping they actually do it, you probably shouldn't do that. So that's why I realized, like, this project just makes more and more sense. I built it for self-hosting, but you can use it with API as well and use any model you want, obviously. And at that point, at least you own your own data. All your data is yours, as it should be. And maybe you don't care about any of this stuff, that's fine. It's still just a great experience, to be honest. And I'll share why now.
I think everybody should care about it, but if you don't, yeah, it is fine. But this option is there, and I think everybody should. I think this is a train that should show what people really want. AI can be accepted, but you need to use it properly, not the way all of these companies are using it for. And maybe it'll make companies change, although we know companies would rather extinguish than change themselves.
So here's the thing. I built Odysseus because I believe in privacy and self-hosting.
Agreed.
All these companies, it may not seem like a big thing, and I agree. It's not like, oh no, all this private stuff, all these secrets. It's not even about that. It's about the principle. If maybe you don't care.
Yes, the principle. Once you're accustomed to allowing your privacy to be taken, well, I mean, that's just another freedom that they've taken from you. Why would you allow that? Oh, they have it already anyway, so I might as well just give it all up. No, this shouldn't be a standard that we're accepting. The freedom and the privacy of the people matter. And I'm sick of people's, whimsical acceptance of everything nonchalantly without even thinking it through. I don't accept that. I don't. If you do that, that's fine. That's okay, right? You've made your choice, you've made your decision, and I support your decision in doing that. I personally don't want to live in a world that's like that. So I will do everything I can to work against it. If it happens without my permission or without, my input, if the choice isn't up to me, then that's fine. But right now, I'm in a point where I can advocate for privacy. I'm at a point where I can advocate for the principles and the values that I believe in. So that's what I'm going to do.
Care about your private data. The reality is these companies abuse it. Your private info, your address, your phone number, your relatives, a scary level of information is stored about you and it's traded between companies.
Exactly.
If you get spam phone calls, it's likely that your data has been taken by it and sold to these companies.
And by the way, all your data can be bought by a fake company. So like, let's say a company in India that's actually a scam call center. They can buy your information and start spamming your phone number and your email to get the rest of your information. That way they can steal your money and steal everything. So anything that's registered as a company, anything that, like, imagine how easy it is to register as a company in different countries. Anybody could register as a company, buy the information from the US, and then start scamming. It's predatory. It's exposing the people. I don't think it should be a thing. That kind of invasion of privacy should be illegal for companies. I don't think I should be subjected to giving companies my date of birth, my name, and my email address just for using technology. I don't think that should be a thing. I think only the government should be able to have access to that. And even that is debatable in and of itself. I'm just a person in their room, right? So, of course, there's several different discussions, but right now the main topic is, should companies have your data? And I don't think no. I don't think that companies should have my data at all.
To try and scam you or sell you stuff. They can open credit cards in your names, and it's like, hey, look at me. I'm big tech right now. Oh no! Oh, we leaked everyone's data again. Oh no! Anyway,
Yeah, they just don't care. All of these things keep leaking because you're so detached from all this information. If you're a big corpo head and you're running all of these employees and you're dealing with so much in your life, all of this data doesn't really matter to you because it's not physically in front of you. You can't see it. So you become more and more detached since it's not really in your world. It's not in your bubble. It's not in front of you. So that's why a lot of the times when you see successful business owners, they get more heartless over time. Because these people, they don't see the people they hurt. They only see the profits they get from it. And nothing bad is happening to them. So why would they change it? Why would they allow their ethics and morals get in the way of the behavior that's being reinforced by the avenues society allows them to take? Why? Why would they change that?
Clearly can't trust them with it. So that's why Odysseus and self-hosting just makes sense. But what about all the data that is already out there? What about that? That's where today's sponsor comes in, Incogni. Because the good news is that you have the right to get your data deleted off from these companies. But the problem is that takes a lot of effort, hundreds of hours. Are you gonna do that? You probably have better things to do.
You do.
You just sign up to Incogni and you let them get to work. Looking at your Incogni dashboard is super satisfying because you see your data getting scraped. Bada bing, bada boom, no more. This seemed like impossible in the past, like a thing to not even attempt because it was too difficult. Also, get an extra level of protection with Incogni's custom removal feature. If there's any info about you online that you don't like, you have the power to remove it. Just send it to Incogni's team and they'll get to work. So Incogni cleans up your past and Odysseus is your future. So thank you Incogni for sponsoring this video. Right now they have an offer for 60% off. That's pretty good. Check it out. I entered the code PewDiePie. Link is in the description. That's incogni.com/PewDiePie. Thank you, Incogni.
So here's the problem with products like that, okay? You need to be careful of how they store their data and where they're located at. Sometimes companies are forced to expose the data that they collect to the government. And we know that the government is in leagues with corporations, right? Even NordVPN isn't exactly reliable because it's still giving your information to the government. And if you don't think your government should have the information, then I don't think NordVPN should be something that you buy or get. And I know this is a very unpopular opinion, but you need to be careful of where these businesses are located at, okay? If they're located in the US, they have to obey US law. It's not actually private. Now, if there's software like Incogni or another VPN that's based in like New Zealand, Switzerland, whatever it may be, that prioritizes online privacy, then you can get that. You can do that. But you need to be careful how these companies handle your data, because sometimes even when they say that they keep your data private, they still give it to the government because they have to obey those rules.
Well, it has an agent, obviously. I never thought I would be able to integrate an agent, but I literally just stole OpenCode. OpenCode is really good. If you never used an agent before, it's basically giving AI the opportunity. You give AI the chance to run on your computer. So it can download files, run files, create files, edit files, browse the web, all this stuff. As an example, yesterday I had a video file that I wanted to transcribe so I could work on it. I said, hey, can you transcribe this video file? It found the file on my other computer. It converted the file format. It ran Whisper to transcribe the audio, and then it shared the transcription back to me. And that's a medium difficult level task for an agent, I would say. It is incredible what they can do now, even on your own computer.
Oh my God. You can talk to different devices together now? That's, wow.
It's funny, I read a book that I reviewed on this channel years ago, before all this nonsense happened.
Life 3.0.
The scientist, Max Tegmark, he brought up this like hypothetical doomsday AI scenario, and it sounds exactly like an AI agent. So I know what you're thinking, let's go quicker! The agent is self-evolving, so it might find it a little difficult the first time you do a task, but then it will write itself its own instruction. So next time it can do it much quicker. It also extracts memories from your conversation, so the more you use it, the more it will become nice to engage with Odysseus, the more it will understand you. It's kind of jarring to look at your memories because it's such a personal thing. Yeah,
it is. It's like looking at all of the different journals that you've written in, your most private, delicate, sensitive thoughts. You look at your journals and you see how much, like, the feeling that they give off. You see that feeling, you see that value there, like whatever it may be, right? Whether it's a dark feeling, a really happy feeling, or just something really sentimental and careful that you value, right? Whatever it may be, whatever value it has, that's what looking at your logs feels like.
This is all true. I'm glad I'm the one who owns this file and not all these other tech companies. You know what I mean?
I am too.
It really paints a picture how much information, how easily they can gather stuff from you, just from basic AI queries.
Yes.
Hey, emails. I suck at emails. I've always sucked at emails.
Yeah, if this can write my emails for me, I'm sold. Like even respond to Discord messages? I would love that, actually. If this could respond to my Discord messages.
I hate emails. Let me share with you a memory I have, and maybe you can relate. It was probably like 10 years ago. I was on a trip in Japan on holiday, and I got an email from my accountant saying, we need your signature on this file. We need it by tomorrow, and if you don't do it in time, there's going to be a penalty for you to pay. Great. Fantastic. What an amazing accountant. I remember what I thought at the time. I thought, wow, great thing that I check my email so frequently. That's what I thought. That's a thought that no one should ever think. What the fuck? No, we should not live like this. It's fucking insanity. So
I thought that was just normal life. Like you really wanted AI to do that.
I made it so the AI will read your emails, and it's okay because it's a local AI, so it doesn't matter. You're not giving away.
Wait, it'll read you your emails. Oh, and then it can summarize them and even point out specific things that you might want to check out. Okay. I mean, yeah, I guess.
Any information.
It's a little scary.
It flags if it's urgent. It tells me I can do whatever I want the whole week, and I feel like it's time to reply to emails. I reply to emails. That's at least how I want to live. And yes, I built an email client. I didn't want to, but it was just easier. Example number 2.
Right.
Okay. I got an email not too long ago where someone asked me something so stupid.
Greg needs the DeepSeek v3 parameter count, total versus active, for comparison slide. Quick factual lookup answer with research. Hey, sorry to bug you in a meeting and someone asked, and I'm blanking. How many parameters does DeepSeek v3 actually have, total versus active? Need it for comparison slide. Could you look at it real quick?
It really solidified why I added this feature, which is AI auto reply. Someone asked me that they could have done themselves. It was literally just, you had all the information, you just needed to do a basic search. Because this agent has auto reply, it had already
Hi Greg, looked it up.
The search and written the reply. So all I had to do was click auto reply, review it. Yeah, it was correct, send. And it felt like the most polite fuck you to someone that they will never know. Because I don't think AI should write your emails. But sometimes, yeah, it's pretty nice actually. I take it back. There's also
I take it back. Convenience, the most magical form of agreeance. Like as long as something is convenient for somebody, they'll agree to anything.
Like basic summary and all that stuff. That just makes it a little easier. Am I the only one with these problems? I feel like I'm the only one with this problem. I cannot be the only one with this problem.
Well, I mean, how many people actually send emails? Because I don't think I've ever sent as many emails as I did ever. No, wait, why am I saying it like this? No, I don't send emails. I don't check my emails. I actually hate checking my emails and I hate sending emails. Why? Because I probably should delete the VOD because that's actually something I shouldn't be saying. Very bad. But yeah, I just, no good. I don't want to be looking at my emails. It's just not something I want to do.
Is this how we want to live? This comes with deep research. This is a feature that a lot of AI companies will sell their product to. They're like, hey, pay for our subscription and look, you can get as much reaches as you want. I asked friends if they use AI research and they're like, oh, fuck. Why not? It's awesome. If I'm gonna buy a product, I don't want to look through a bunch of stuff online. Boring. AI, you do it. I stole this, as I mentioned, from Chinese lab. It was Tongyi Labs, by the way. But I also now have improved on it a lot. It has a visual version for it. You can chat about the result, inquire further from there. I feel like if there's ever more extra info that you need about something, it's a really nice way to get that information. Wow. Number 3, document editor. It can write files for you live so you can see it and review it yourself. I think this is the right approach that I kept throughout. I don't want AI to do the work for me or replace this.
Wait,
it can
what?
write files for a nice way to get that information. Number 3, documented. They can write files for you live so you can see it and review it yourself. I think this is the right approach that I kept throughout. I don't want AI to do the work for me or replace the work. I want to do it and it can help if I wanted to.
So I stole this document editor idea from Claude. It's really good, but I can't type in it. I don't want AI to do the work for me. It types terribly and it sounds shit. It sounds like AI immediately. Yeah. But if I type whatever I want, I can just tell it, hey, fix the formatting, fix the spelling and all that, or fact check this piece here. I think it really shows how I look at AI.
Yeah.
Like, it's a tool and it's not meant to replace what I'm doing.
Yeah. Okay. I like that direction a lot more. It's supposed to make the tedious work easier. That way you can focus on the creative, intentional, engaged work that you actually have to do with whatever you're doing. I like that.
It can write emails, code, PDFs, and a fancy dog.
I don't care for that.
It can even sign documents. I don't know if that's a good idea, but here you go.
I don't think that's a good idea. I think this should be deleted. I think this is a terrible idea. Or we need a different form of signature because this is not good. This is very bad.
It can. It's actually a really nice workflow because let's say you're working on something like you're writing and you want to look something up. Instead of having to tab out and look and Google or whatever. No, you don't do that. You can just ask the model to...
Not in Google. We don't use Google here. Not here. Okay? We use Brave, we use Tor, and we use Linux. Okay? This is what we use. I'm running pirated Windows 10 software. Oh, shit. I mean, they probably still have all of my information anyways, but... I mean, Look, baby steps, all right? I'm in a point in my life where I can't think about all the hacking and techno jargon, right? That'll come in the future, okay? But right now I'm focused on getting to the point where I can do that.
Look it up. It also comes with search built in. Search for AI can actually cost a lot of money. So the fact that it's free, we don't have to talk about how it did that because Google might not like it, but it is free and it's private.
Seer XNG? We don't have to talk about... Wait. What's Seer XNG? Free internet meta search. Anonymizes you and creates a random browser profile before sending anything to Google or other search engines, and also removes everything that isn't search results, ads, and other stuff you don't want. It is definitely better to use Google over CRXNG than Google directly. However, it does not send the IP address of the instance and the search term to Google because this is the minimal requirement. So Google create a profile based on this IP address. Personally, I doubt that they would do, and I have Google enabled for my instance, but if you're worried and Startpage works for you, then I don't know why you shouldn't do that. So it's a meta search engine that takes searches from other search engines and puts them all together.
I hate sounding so suspicious, but I genuinely, I don't know. Here's the best kicker. It has a calendar. It has to-do notes. I literally just copy-pasted Google Keep. But
I'm not gonna lie, guys. This is sounding really good to me. Calendar and notes is a big one.
it is good, okay? You can also, of course, create your own characters to chat with. My favorite, Goblino. What a guy. You can even create a group chat with them.
That's fucking crazy. He made AI Nietzsche and Goblino talk to each other. This is... This is cinema. This is actual cinema.
This and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? This is fucking sad. Why am I making fake group chats? Jesus Christ. What?
Fake group chats. This is the psychosis that we experience when we're dealing with AI. Yeah, it's ridiculous, right? But I mean, it's a whimsical enjoyment of testing out the tools that you've created. I feel like this is what God would have done. Like if you're a god and you have the capability of doing anything you wanted, you play with your toys. This is PewDiePie playing with his toys.
It's there and it works, you know? But it has so much more. Because I'm an epic minimalist. Everything is in one place. I don't have to think about trying to integrate it with other fucking things. It's just one place and it works. So I recommend checking it out. Is that it? Oh fuck, I forgot. Cookbook. It has Cookbook. What? Cookbook solves all the problems with self-hosting AI. BF16, FP8, ABQ. What the fuck is a guff? There is so much to know when you're trying to self-host AI, and Cookbook is my way to try and make it more simple. There are more simple programs that you can run, but I feel like they make it too simple. You miss out all the magic. Cookbook can download models, it scans your hardware, which is the most difficult thing. Like when you're trying to self-host AI, what can I actually run on my computer? I don't know. All these things, variables to take into account. It gives you a score. Just go with the score. I found amazing models through this. You can also serve the model directly in Cookbook and it's just added directly into Odysseus. I remember sometimes just adding the fucking endpoint was such a problem. Like, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to write /W1 after. Or was it model or models? Why doesn't either fucking work? It just adds it automatically. I don't have to think about it. It solves all the pain of self-hosting. That is a lie, but it makes it a hell of a lot easier. Oh, it also has image editor. That's right. I decided that was a good idea. I've been trying to replace Photoshop, and I have to be honest, I have not found the solution. I thought GIMP was it for sure, but my decrepit old brain is too far gone, okay? All the key commands, all the locations are too far ingrained in my brain after using this software for 20 fucking years daily. I am building my own Photoshop. I will do it, okay? And it's already in it's in a good enough state, okay? And I'm not gonna pretend like it's good, but it's better. It's good enough. It's got in paint. Background removal. I know, Adobe probably already has this now, but I used to use the path tool every day. Hey, I'm gonna make a thumbnail. I gotta make the path tool all the way. Oh, I could just click a button now. That's cool. Now it might seem like there's a lot.
What the fuck? He got so frustrated with the contracts of Adobe that he decided to make his own AI, and as a bigger middle finger to tech corporations, he even created his own image editor because he was so frustrated with the thumbnail editor that he was using. Oh my god, this is too funny. This is somebody being petty every step of the way when they make a product for themselves. This is so funny. This is like everything somebody wanted into a project.
But that's what makes it all come
Fine, I'll do
together
it
so
my
nice.
fucking self.
I can ask it, hey, can you do this? Maybe like summarize my emails, give me an update on my calendar, and just tickle me at 7 a.m. every Monday. It will do it. If I wanted to blub like a fish, it blubs like a fish. Oh, it has themes as well. Oh, now I got you.
Oh.
The point is, Odysseus is yours, and I want it to feel like yours too.
Oh
and
my
I'm
God.
releasing it because I want you to help me keep building it. The
Yeah.
war on big tech has just begun. We will no longer be abused. This project will never cost any money. That's my return, okay?
This is perfect. This is exactly how you fight the battle against AI. Alternatives that are free from all of the trash and the filth. And not only that, but you start from the principle of the people. You don't extract their data, you don't extract too much resources or anything. You obey so many different principles, and you make it's hard. It's hard because you're trying to do so much at once. You're balancing the energy consumption, you're balancing the resource consumption with public opinion, with business tactics. Like you're balancing so much at once that it takes passion. I mean, PewDiePie was passionate about this, and he engaged with it like a curious child. So all of this anti-AI, anti-corporate stuff, this is just him abiding by his own principles. I feel like anybody could do this, but this kind of motivation, this kind of identity building, it's rare in a person. So it's really beautiful and impressive that PewDiePie can do something like this, because what's really driving him is his passion. Like, he wanted to learn, and he explored, and he had fun with it every step of the way, despite how stressful or difficult it was. And, you know, maybe on some level he felt like this is what the people should get. This is what I feel like the people should get. I'm doing this for the people. I'm doing this for my audience, and I do this because I hate big tech. I think you can feel both things at once. It doesn't just have to be one thing. And it's really beautiful to see how so many different layers are stacked on top of each other. Like, PewDiePie is doing this for the people, he's doing it for himself, he's doing it because it's fun, and he's doing it because he's passionate. This is what a well-rounded identity that is crafted looks like. Very good.
But you have to make meaningful changes, not just comma doctors, okay?
Right.
It also works on mobile, which was hell to make
That's fucking crazy. It's on mobile too?
it feel good. But it's actually pretty good, actually. I just want it to be good because I'm using it personally myself, and now I'm sharing it with you. There is no Windows or Mac port. Someone else is gonna have to do that, okay? Thank you. Bye.